it's Netiva, and this is lesson 4, tackling charge-offs, loan defaults, and late payments. In this lesson, we'll define what a charge-off is, review 2 consumer right laws that can assist us in tackling accounts that are in arrears or have defaulted, and learn what tactics work best when disputing these accounts for verification. When tackling charge-off accounts, loan defaults, and late payments, keep in mind that these accounts may have some positive history tied to them as well. So removing them may cause a drop in your score due to the positive payment history that's attached to it. When we think of positive payment history, most people focus on their open accounts. But think of the word history. Just because the account is negative now doesn't take away the positive payment history that exists on the account previously. So in this case, if there's more positive history than negative, it may be best to have the account updated if you find an error versus removing it completely. Charge-off accounts are another thing that I want to cover and define. Many believe that just because an account has been charged off, that they no longer owe the debt because the creditor has written it off as a loss. This is definitely not the case. Charging an account off is merely an accounting procedure that's required by the IRS. So you still owe the debt, and the creditor will still pursue you for payment of that debt. Like any other account on your credit report, the best way to pursue a deletion or an update is to find an inaccuracy. I've attached a list of common errors again so that you can review them and then look at the accounts to see if you find anything reporting an error. If so, write into the bureaus, request an update or a deletion. You can also dispute directly with the creditors that are reporting. Under the Fair Credit Billing Act and the Fair and Accurate Credit Transaction Act, you have the right to dispute and request proof from the original creditor of every aspect of the debt and how it's reporting to ensure that it's 100% accurate. If any part of the account cannot be validated, it must be updated or removed. If there is an isolated case of poor payment history, such as with a late payment, another option may be to request an update or removal in good faith. This works best for accounts that are open and currently paid on time, or that are closed and that you've paid off completely. So if there is a 30 or late day payment on the account, this is a great tactic to use, and I've actually included a copy of a goodwill letter, which is what we call it, along with instructions for you to review to see if this tactic will work for you. The key thing to remember is that if an account has been recently charged off or is currently in arrears, it still needs to be paid. Similarly, if there's a deficiency balance on a loan default, which is a repossession or foreclosure, that may still need to be paid. So even if it has been successfully removed or even updated off your credit reports, it still needs to get paid. Therefore, if the account is still in arrears or still unpaid, the best thing that you can do is make payment arrangements to bring the accounts current. Offering the ability to satisfy the debt is a great negotiation tool, and lump sum payments work best in this case versus negotiating to make ongoing payments. The key thing with these types of accounts is to avoid the next negative. So if it's a 30 or 60 day late, make payment arrangements to avoid the 90-day late. If it's over 90 days late, make payment arrangements to avoid the charge-off. If it's already a charge-off, make payment arrangements to avoid it being sold to a collection agency, or even worse, for being sued in order to obtain a judgment against you. Ready to use these strategies to tackle your charge-offs, late payments, and loan defaults? Let's go!